Alright, so what's up guys? And today with me, as you can see, I have the iPhone 17 Pro Max in the cosmic orange color, and it has been around 24 hours since I got this device in my hand, and I've been playing with it a lot since the past 24 hours. And in that, I do have a few initial impressions about this device. What is good, what is bad. There's, spoiler alert, there's not a lot bad in this, but again, I want to lay all my points on the table. Alright, so I got this device yesterday and I did upgrade from my iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is on the left there. So my points will mostly be on what the upgrades are and how this new device compares to the older generations, even going back to the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So first things first, let's start with the build quality. So I did have the iPhone 16 Pro Max, as I said, and I upgraded to the 17 Pro Max. One thing I noticed immediately after unboxing the 17 Pro Max is that the edges on the sides are way rounder than they were on the 16. So if you could see up close, the edges on the 17 Pro Max is more rounded, and it actually feels really comfortable to hold in the hand. The 16 Pro Max now feel a little pointier on the edges, whereas the 17 Pro Max feels a lot more comfortable. Also, the new aluminum is much softer, and the glass on the back is much softer than what we had on the titanium 16 Pro Max. So build quality is huge upgrade on the 17 Pro Max. So, and again, that's me coming from a device that is just a year old, but I could still feel the difference in the build quality when I held the 17 Pro Max in my hand. So build quality is amazing, and finally they got the speaker grills to align correctly. If you see it against the 16 Pro Max, it is finally aligned and equal on both the sides. It was not really aligned on the 16 Pro Max. Again, just a minute thing, but I thought I'll just get it out. Okay, the build quality, amazing. I'm a huge fan of it. Let's talk about the camera bump, or the camera plateau as Apple calls it. It has been really helpful just to rest my finger on. The way I hold the device in the hand, the index finger automatically rests on the camera plateau, and it is really comfortable. So again, some people might hate it, but I am actually a huge fan of the camera plateau. And if you see the antenna lines, it goes around the camera plateau. Let me just get it to be a little more clear. If you see, it starts and then it goes across the camera plateau. And talking about the antenna lines, let me just make this very clear. I do see Wi-Fi drops on my 17 Pro Max. Very weird issue, but the 5G connection was amazing. But again, I do see Wi-Fi dropping in and out sometimes. Very weird, because it never used to happen on the older generations. Maybe it's the new modem that Apple has in the device, and hopefully they're able to fix it. Not sure if it's just my device or if it's like spread across multiple devices, but this is what I noticed is I am having Wi-Fi drops, like random Wi-Fi drops, but it does connect back again, but I can clearly see that it switches to data and then switches back to Wi-Fi. So now that both the things are out, let's talk about the beautiful display that the iPhone has. It's amazing. The brightness is crazy. I went out in the sun and I could clearly see everything that's on the screen. That's because Apple did increase the display nits from 2000 nits on the 16 to 3000 nits on the 17 Pro devices. So that's a huge upgrade, and now you can clearly see everything, even though you are directly in the sunlight. And again, one thing I did notice is the screen did not dim at all, even though the phone was getting a little warmer, but the screen brightness remained constant. So that's a good thing again, because the screen brightness on the 16 Pro Max was a huge issue, because as soon as I go out in the sun and my phone gets hot or warm, the screen brightness would immediately dim. and that was a problem. So good to see that they have improved that on the newer generations of iPhones. So that's a good thing. And again, rest of the display looks exactly the same. I did not see any major difference in the color saturation or anything like that. So display remains the same. The only thing is they have the ceramic shield too on the front and on the back glass. So they claim that the display is more durable. So it will be scratch and drop resistant is what they're saying. So more tougher glass, and that's always a plus. So good on Apple on implementing the new ceramic shield too. Okay, now let's move on to the most controversial part, but the most important part as well. That's the reason why most of the people get the Pro Max, is the battery life and how it is on the newer models. So it's only been like 24 hours, but I do have some impressions on the battery life. One good thing is I charged it before I went to sleep last night, and the overnight drain was just 3%. So it went from 100% to 97% overnight. That's a good news, because my 16 Pro Max would drop like 10% overnight. So again, great battery overnight, great standby time, no complaints there. But I still have to test how the battery is in real life when I'm on 5G, when I'm using a lot of camera stuff. So battery life will be in the full review, but for now battery seems very, very promising. And again, as you can see, I charged it yesterday and it's still at 76%, and I've been using a bit of Instagram and iMessage since morning. So again, as you can see, battery life looks really, really promising. Hopefully it lasts as well. So if I go to my battery health, you can see cycle count 1. I did charge it yesterday once I got the phone after setting it up, and also in the night. So battery life looks really, really promising. And again, the whole picture will be in the full review once I use this device for around like 2 to 3 weeks. So definitely stay tuned for that. Next thing is how's the chip, the A19 Pro, and how's the RAM, because they did go from 8 gigs to 12 gigs on the 17. And you know what, I am actually texting everyone about the RAM because it's really, really good. It keeps all the apps in memory. So even if I go to Reddit, again, it has everything in memory. If I go back to Threads, it did refresh, but you know what, honestly, the apps that I had logged in since yesterday, it still kept in memory. Again, it had to mess up everything on camera, but trust me when I say this, the RAM on this is amazing. The slight 4 gig improvement is a lot when it comes to the optimization as well. Let's move on to the camera, because we have like 7 cameras built into the 3 lenses. And let me tell you this, it is a downgrade because it went from 5x on the 16 Pro Max to 4x on the 17 Pro Max. So I do see it as a downgrade, but Apple claims that they have the 8x lens, which is like an optical zoom on the 4x lens, because the megapixels now are 48 megapixels across all the 3 cameras. Honestly, I feel the 8x is not as sharp as the rest of the lenses. So I do have a sample that I will pop on the screen now, and if you could see, I have it in 1x, I have it in 2x, I have it in 4x, and I have it in 8x. The 8x does look like it softens the image a bit, and it has more noise in it somehow. This is something that I am honestly not a fan of. I loved the 5x lens because it was sharper, and when I zoomed in, it stayed sharp, and there was no grain or no noise in it. But the 8x, I am a bit disappointed because the way Apple was marketing it, I did not expect it to underperform. But yeah, for now, I mean they will fix it in the future software updates, but for now the 8x is like no go. And if you are solely upgrading because you like the 8x or the zoom, please do not right now, because the software still needs some modifications and some enhancements to make the 8x look like the 4x. So I mean, I've also noticed a slight color change when you go from the 2x to 4x. Again, that's like a software issue which will be fixed, but this is what it has now. So I am honestly not a huge fan of the 8x, but again, I do like the extra zoom. No complaints there, but again, it is a bit softer and has a lot of noise in it. On the video side as well, it is the same. When you go to 4x, it's a lot sharper, but when you jump to 8x, again, it is a little blurry and also a little soft. So if you have a 16 Pro Max and the only reason you're upgrading are the cameras, unless you shoot like Pro RAW, which I don't think a common man does, I don't do it either. So if you shoot Pro RAW, then I mean, it's a good thing, but other than that, I don't see any big improvements except for the lenses to be 48 megapixel. On the other hand, if we go to the front camera, it is amazing. Let me open the front camera and I'll show you what I mean. So this is the front camera, and they have it's like a square sensor now. So it has center stage in it, which basically was something that you got in the iPads or Macs. But so what you could do now is zoom out and it will be the same sharpness, and you can also switch to landscape from portrait within the front lens. So I am a huge fan of this. It will help a lot when you're taking group selfies, and it also has the automatic turning on and off. So auto rotate on, auto zoom on. So as soon as it detects people around, it will automatically switch to the landscape mode or zoom out a bit to fit everyone on the image or on the screen on the photo. So love the front camera. Amazing. I hope they don't kill this in the future and just keep bringing it to all the rest of their devices as well. But yeah, other than that, the performance has been great. I am loving this phone. Even though I did upgrade from a 16, and it's not a big of an upgrade when you go generation to generation, but I still love this. The color is amazing. I did also see the blue color, but honestly, I'm glad I got the orange, because the blue color, when I went to the Apple store, it already had like a bunch of scratches on it, which again, because I use my phone caseless, I am worried about that. Hopefully the orange doesn't show scratches, but yeah, I won't be putting a case on for now at least, but I do have a lot of cases from companies, and I will be reviewing a lot of them in the coming days or weeks. So definitely stay tuned for that if you want to see any case reviews, anything that you're interested. And again, if you do want to see a case review, let me know in the comment section and I'll happily review that as well. But yeah, for now, that is pretty much it. This is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. If you have any questions about this device, let me know down in the comment section, and I will answer all those in the next video that I make. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Those were the initial impressions. More videos are coming soon on the 17 Pro Max, so definitely subscribe and stay tuned for that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one.